Lazy Man Prepper here. Today I'm going to talk to you about my Pea Pod Hammock design that I got the idea from Kullcraven Bushcraft. He built a hammock out of a tarp and uses that as the complete setup. There's no overhead tarp or anything. It's windproof, rainproof, and very warm. What I'm going to show you today is the improvements I think I've made to his design. So let's take a look. I used a 9x12 tarp that I cut about 1.5 feet off of the 12-foot long end. So it's basically 9 by about 10.5. It's folded in half, so you sleep on the bottom half and the top half covers you. What I did was bunched up the ends. You fold it in from either side to the center, and I tied it off with my 750 cord. Prior to folding it, I ran a 550 cord through the middle of it all the way down to this end, and it's used as a ridge line. Here it is sticking out of this end. On the inside, I hot glued Velcro horizontally along the bottom flap. I glued the rough Velcro vertically on the top flap. So no matter where this is in relation to this one, and no matter how high you want to go, they still can reach and attach. This keeps the flap closed unless you want it open, and you're going to need it open for some ventilation. On the bottom, inside, I used reflectixs, plastic bubble wrap with mylar film on both sides. That is just laying in there. It's not secured to the tarp at all. On the top, I used another sheet of reflectixs, and it is secured to the top with the Velcro stuck to the reflectixs and stuck to the tarp. So this can be taken off if you want to. What that does is makes the top nice and flat, so when you're inside of it, none of it is touching you. This system is extremely warm, it is extremely waterproof, and it is extremely windproof. What you'll notice about this setup is that it doesn't flex. The nylon hammocks are stretchable. This tarp is not. So you're not going to get the sag that you would normally get with a nylon tarp, which I like. So once I'm in it, I take the bottom flap and I start at my feet and attach the horizontal Velcro to the vertical Velcros. And then I go towards the top and do the same thing. Now there's two more straps or two more vertical Velcros here and here that I can close this completely off with. As you can see, the top isn't touching me, and because of the reflectixs on the top. The problem with getting in these hammocks is that I just want to take a little nap. So let me get the camera and bring it in here and have you take a look that way. And the Velcro likes to stick to my hat. So I'm inside the hammock. I got my head up a little bit, and as you can see, it's quite dark. The reflectix on the top, using the ridgeline to keep it up there, works really good for keeping everything off of my head, and my whole body for that matter. Not sure how much additional heat that provides, but it has to help to reflect it back down a little bit. This is really a comfortable hammock. So I opened up the side, and you can see my feet at the bottom, and nothing is touching all the way down and all the way up towards my head. To fold up this hammock, it doesn't just go in a stuff sack because of the reflex inside. So you have to be a little careful rolling it up. First, I secured the side so it's the Velcros are attached, and then I line up the reflex inside, and I fold it so that it's tight with the reflex. Now you can see that the tarp is in line with the reflex. So I give it one fold here, and as you're rolling it, you want to keep the sides against the reflex. Now I take the end rope and just wrap it around the bundle to secure it. And then just loop it underneath itself with a quick little knot. And there you have it. The Kullcraven Bushcraft Pea Pod Hammock with reflex, interior, and Velcro closure. So you saw how small the tarp itself rolls up into a bundle. What I did now was insert my wool blanket hammock inside of the tarp system. I want to see how big it is, for one, and for two, if I get to a site and it's raining, all I have to do is unroll the complete system and hang it in the trees, and my sleep system is nice and dry inside of the bag, inside of the Pea Pod design. So let's roll this up and see how big it is when we're done. Now just wrap my hands towards around the bag. I will not forget. So there you have it, my entire sleep system in one bag, one package. This whole thing is about 13 inches wide and about 26 inches width. I'm actually pretty happy with this. So what you got to realize is this is 12 by 26. But it has my sleeping bag, it has my hammock, and it has my tarp. So if you took all of that stuff and put it in one sack, you'd have the same thing, if not a little bigger. What I like about this is once this has the two suspension cords hung, it's done. There's no setting up a tarp. There's no, getting your sleeping bag inside. It's already in here. So, yeah. And this thing's warm. Stupid warm. Warm, dry, windproof. Can't beat that. This is a comparison between my complete setup and my son's Coleman 0 degree sleeping bag by itself. As you can see, my complete setup is actually smaller than his standalone sleeping bag. click like, click subscribe, and leave a comment below. Let me know what you think about my complete Kullcraven Bushcraft Pea Pod Hammock with wool, blanket, sleeping bag, sleep system. Lazy Man Prepper, out.